Pluribus Episode 7 takes a noticeable step back from chaos and conflict, slowing things down to focus on isolation, emotion, and internal struggle. Instead of action-driven tension, this episode quietly explores the psychological cost of survival in a divided world. By the end of the episode, Carol Sturka's emotional breakdown delivers one of the most important turning points of the season, and it may completely change the future of Pluribus. From the beginning of the series, Pluribus has made it clear that Carol and Manussos are different from everyone else. As two immune individuals, they reject the infected, known as the others, and refuse to accept the new reality of coexistence. While many survivors have adapted, Carol and Manussos cling to the belief that the infected represent the end of humanity. Episode 7 strips away the larger world and places both characters on lonely, parallel journeys. Away from crowds, conflicts, and communities, the episode asks a simple question. What happens when survival comes at the cost of connection? After leaving Vegas, Carol initially embraces her freedom. For the first time in a long while, she answers to no one. She drives, explores, and lives on her own terms. But that sense of independence quickly fades. With no infected around, and no immune people willing to connect, Carol is left completely alone. That isolation slowly begins to break her. She realizes that in trying to protect humanity from the virus, she has also pushed away the very people who made life meaningful. The infected may no longer be human in the traditional sense, but they were still her companions, her support system, and her emotional anchor. In a moment of desperation, Carol paints a message on her driveway: "Come back." It's a silent apology and a plea for forgiveness. When Zosia finally appears at her door, Carol completely breaks down. The hug between Carol and Zosia is not just emotional, it's symbolic. Carol finally accepts that she needs the infected more than they need her. Her tears represent regret, grief, and the realization that her rigid beliefs may have been wrong. She tried to save humanity by rejecting the others, but in doing so, she nearly lost her own humanity. Carol's emotional shift suggests a major change in her story moving forward. Instead of focusing solely on curing the infected or reversing the pandemic, she may now explore coexistence. This puts her original mission at risk but opens new possibilities. By getting closer to the infected, Carol may learn truths about their condition that she never could from a distance. Her change of heart doesn't mean she's given up. It means her strategy may evolve from rejection to understanding. While Carol is learning to reconnect, Manussos remains deeply resistant. His hatred for the infected is more extreme, and he refuses any form of help from them. Even during his journey through the woods, he threatens the infected when they approach him. That stubbornness nearly kills him. After severely injuring himself, Manussos collapses, alone and helpless. Ironically, it's the infected, the very people he despises, who save his life. They had been watching him all along, refusing to abandon him despite his hostility. Episode 7 makes it clear that Carol and Manussos are not the same. Carol has always shown cracks in her resolve, occasionally accepting help from the infected. Manussos, on the other hand, would rather starve than accept kindness from them. This contrast may be setting up a future conflict. Carol's growing empathy places her on a path toward coexistence, while Manussos' hatred could push him into becoming Pluribus' true antagonist. Pluribus Episode 7 is quiet, emotional, and deeply unsettling. It shows that the real danger isn't the virus, it's isolation. With Carol changing and Manussos refusing to do the same, the series is drawing a clear line between adaptation and destruction. And when their paths finally cross, the consequences could define the fate of this broken world.